Please tap the Allow button to continue.
There's one magical, haunted evening each year when all the scary creatures come out to prowl through every neighborhood. But here's the scariest monster of all. Do you know why? This little witch doesn't know it, but she's taking some frightening chances of being hurt. Maybe badly hurt. Her costume is very, 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 dangerous. Can you see the things that make it dangerous? What about that mask? What about that mask? She can hardly see through those tiny holes for her mask. Here's what it would be like. You can see straight in front of you, but unless you happen to turn your head, you wouldn't see that car coming as you start to cross the street. You could be run over. And unless you look down, you can't see that you're coming to a curb. Ow, that hurts. It's bad enough to take a tumble on hard pavement, but it would be even worse to sprawl out on the street in front of a car coming.
Here we go!
Now let's imagine that we're in that car. Can you see her clearly? Why not? What is there about her costume that makes it hard to see her? As the driver of a car or truck, you might not see her until it's too late. And that's really scary. Before we think about some ways that the little witch could see and be seen better, let's take another look at her costume. Whoops, dowps, 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 dowps. Down she goes again. It seems as if she's collecting more bumps and bruises than candy tonight. Oops. Down. Let's see if we can help her, shall we? And by helping her, maybe you can learn some things that will help you stay safe at Halloween.
No.
First, we need to turn back the clock and start this whole evening over again. One of the problems with this costume is that it's too long. It's too easy to trip over a long, full skirt. So we can shorten the skirt. Floppy. Now, the broom. That's a floppy thing to carry, and it's something that you're likely to trip over in the dark.
No.
It's usually easy to shorten brooms, usually or round off the sharp points of pirate swords and other costume parts that can trip you or scratch you. Cardboard brooms and swords are usually safer than wooden ones, but it's safest not to carry anything like that in the first place. Now, what else might we change on this costume to make it safer? Remember how hard it was to see the little witch because of her dark costume on a dark night?
No.
We should always wear light, bright colors on the street at night so drivers can see us. What about this color? A white costume makes an unusual, different kind of witch. A good way to make any costume easier to see at night is to decorate it with reflective tape or reflective patches. Some costumes come with reflective material already attached to the cloth. Here's what it looks like to a car driver. And it's a good idea to write your name, address, and phone number on the sack, just in case there is. Now, how about the mask? Any problem with it?
No.
We can improve the mask by cutting larger holes to look out of. There, that's better, but there is an even safer way. You can simply not wear a mask. Oh, you think you need a mask to disguise yourself? Well, just watch what you can do, with a little help from your parents and some scraps of cloth or old clothes from around home. An eyebrow pencil, different colors of eyeshadow, rouge, lipstick, an old mop or wig, some wax teeth, maybe some clay and food coloring, and a few other odds and ends. You'd be surprised what you can turn yourself into. Whether you buy a costume or design your own, be sure that it's made of flame-retardant material. That means material that will catch on fire easily. Now our little witch has turned into a beautiful princess, and her new costume is much safer. But there are a few other things you should do before going out. First, eat a big dinner. If you go trick-or-treating while you're hungry, you'll be tempted to sample some of your treats while you're out, and that's definitely not a good idea. Keep an eye on the clock. In many places, the police set the hours that you should trick-or-treat. Neighbors should be ready with treats for you, and drivers should be more careful to watch for you. Make sure you carry a flashlight when you go. The light will not help you see where you're going in the dark, but it will also make it easier for others, including drivers, to... Always travel alone, not with a group. It's safer, and of course, you should always walk. Riding a bicycle at night is always dangerous. Walk as far off the sidewalks as possible. That way you can see what's coming. Cross streets in the middle of the block. When you start across the street, stop in the middle of the street for any reason. Your neighbors are probably hoping to see you in costume on Halloween. And it's safest to visit people you know. If you don't know the people very well, go into their homes. Most people will do things to hurt kids. They might put sharp or hard objects in candy and apples. Or they might put something on fruit or gum that could make you sick if you eat it. To be completely safe, save your treats until you get home. Then ask your parents to help you check them carefully to make sure that there's nothing in them or on them that could hurt you. The safest treats are usually candy. Fruit should not be washed before you eat it. And all candy bars and fruit should not be sliced so you can be certain that there is hard or sharp inside that could hurt you. If you're not sure whether something is safe or not, take any chances. Throw it away. But let's get back to the fun part of Halloween with the princess and her friends. Almost everyone enjoys a good joke or riddle.
What's your trick?
What you guys eat for breakfast?
What?